So I remember going to Texas Pinball Festival this last, I think it was April, and going and checking out all the new games. Of course, I'm playing all the cool old ones and stuff. And one of the new games I played was Cactus Canyon. And I remember going up to Kerry Hardy and meeting him, and I know he was like real adamant that that's the game he was going to be picking up. And I was like, I played it. To me, it felt slow at the time. I don't think the game was set up right. And I told him, I don't understand why that's the game that does it for you. And then we had the Pacific Northwest Arcade Show where I took my machines to. And I was like, okay, this is not like it was at Texas. This is really, really fun. I really enjoyed this. So I owe Carrie a apology because, yeah. So yeah, I got a Cactus Canyon, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But even after I told Carrie Hardy, I was like, I don't understand why you like that game. I hate it. But it was set up completely different at Texas, and it was the machine I was playing was, I didn't like it. The way they had it set up, it was crap. Anyways, going into this video, what I really wanted to do is touch base with you guys, let you know what's been going on, why there hasn't been as many YouTube videos on my end going up, because I've been YouTube video editing, and it's not my own videos. So similar to 2015, like around like mid 2015 to 2016, there's a little while there where I was getting so good at YouTube that I had other people asking me to help them edit their videos, and they were giving me like a little, either giving me like a little shout out for like Final Save Point, or helping me with like product and stuff like that, whatever it was, or helping me get a contact with somebody. So it was kind of like a trade barter system back then. This year, I've been helping friends of friends, which has led to helping other YouTubers, which has had led to me working on videos for actual pay, which has now led to me actually working with a large company, or actually a couple companies, on their videos starting earlier this year. And for like the last 4 or 5 months, I kind of lost track of time. I was talking with one of those companies, actually coming on as an employee and doing a lot of their stuff like that and their social media and all that. And basically how that ended was they're in the middle of something that they can't get out of right now, so they can't do it this year, but they're interested in revisiting it next year is basically what I got told. So I basically got passed over on that. It's fine. We're still in a good working relationship, and we're actually talking about the next thing I'm going to be working with them on. If you're wondering why I'm being so coy with who I'm working with or what YouTube channels I've worked with, the reason being is I don't really talk about that in public. I kind of keep that private. And if for any reason the company wants to come out and say who it is or whatever, I leave that up to them. I do not out who I'm working with. I keep that confidential and whatnot. But that's part of the reason I'm not working on my own channels, because I'm working on a lot of other things as well, on top of my normal day job. So there's that too. Now, as far as like why I left Twitch, I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. It felt like such a rinse and repeat thing over and over again. And while I did enjoy like having the community and hanging out with all of you guys, I didn't really enjoy the grind of the same thing over and over. Now I'm thinking about coming back to Twitch, but in a very limited capacity, and I'll mostly be playing retro games or pinball, and that's pretty much about it. As far as like a schedule, probably not. If there is, it's going to be like 1 day a week. I'm not really planning on like really hammering down on live streaming again, and really, quite frankly, I don't care if it makes money, if it doesn't make money. I don't care about any of that shit, viewership or whatever. I'm just doing it as like a therapeutic thing, and that's really all I care about. I'm really much more invested in making money and content for other people and for myself. And that's basically where I'm at right now with all this stuff. Okay, so I've had some good mentors. I've gotten really deep into the pinball thing. I've been to 2 pinball conventions. I've actually taken my machines to 1 convention, so that was a learning experience. And I've actually gotten to take one of my machines and put them out of location for a little while to see what that was like. And honestly, it's a really cool side passive income. It's something I always thought would be cool, is like to own an arcade when I was a kid or something like that. Arcades really aren't anything anymore, but you can put pinball machines on locations like bars and restaurants and things like that, and they will earn money, at least here in the Pacific Northwest. Now, one of the people that's kind of teaching me a lot about like, what people are looking for and how to best kind of like target these things in different areas is in Indiana. And he says pinball machines take such a long time to make their make what they cost back. Where here in the Pacific Northwest, it seems to be what I'm getting from people is about 6 months to a year if it's at a bad location. It also makes sense because the town I live in is a heavily tourist town, so during the summer months there's tons of people going into locations, and a lot of people are putting money into these things because they're just like waiting on drinks or whatever, or they're bored, and so it's just like, one of those purchases that they just don't think much about. So it's a good location for that, so I wanted to give it a shot. I've been learning a lot about putting machines on location, and it's funny because you think Deadpool, when you're a pinball player, you're like more concerned about how the game plays and stuff like that. And there's a couple things I've learned and kind of had my own theories on and all that. And one of the ones I'm glad I stuck to right away is, instead of getting like the premium machines or something right off the bat, is sticking with the pros. The pros are much easier to pay off. In my opinion, they get just as much play as a premium would in some cases, depending on the licensing and stuff. I will tell you that I think Deadpool, from a player standpoint, is a much better game than Mandalorian is. It just has charisma. It's more fun. Mandalorian's a great game too, and if there wasn't like all these other games like Godzilla and stuff coming out this year, Mandalorian could have won Game of the Year last year. But having said that, more people jam on the Mandalorian than the Deadpool, and that's just the Star Wars license. And because there's such an influx of people here that are just coming on vacation and stuff like that, and then they go out and then they start playing. They're playing on Mandalorians or Star Wars stuff. They see it and they're like, oh, I know what Star Wars is. I like Mandalorian. Oh, it's got the cute baby Yoda in it. Cool. I'm gonna put some money in that thing. Unfortunately, it's sitting here because it has a clear code issue, and I'm waiting on Stern on that. And then because of that clear code issue came up on that, I'm waiting on a part for this to protect this playfield, so it doesn't have the same issue. But the idea with these two machines is this one and the Mandalorian are going, which is behind the camera, are going to be money makers. And then when they get paid off, then I may sell them and then make a lot of my money back that way too. So it's all for profit. Where this is for me. This is staying in the apartment, and I wouldn't even bother putting this on location. If I put Deadpool, this, and Cactus Canyon on location, because this is not a recognized thing besides like an old Western or whatever, I seriously doubt Cactus Canyon would make any real money compared to the other two. So this is a me toy. This is something I had an opportunity to pick up. And when I saw it at Texas Pinball Festival, it didn't play well. The flippers must have been turned down, and I think it was running the older game code or something, because it just didn't like stand out to me. When I got to Northwest Pinball Show and I played it again, this thing really stuck out to me. I love like the quick draws and the gunfights and the interaction with all the toys and stuff on the table and all that. I have more fun with this than I do with any of my other tables. And so this is sticking in my collection. I'm glad I got it. So anyways, that's all to tell you guys that I will be doing a review on Cactus Canyon and Deadpool and Mandalorian. I'll probably be all shooting them around the same time, but time constraints and everything. Like, that Jurassic Park review I did in like March or something, and it didn't go out until recently. I actually did it like in March, maybe April. Like, I remember it was like a week or so or two before Texas Pinball Festival. So that tells you how long ago it's been. So it's when I have time, but I will be rushing to get this one out because there's not many reviews on it. There's a few talking head videos. There's a couple here and there, but I'm just trying to like keep up, do something good for myself in the algorithm. So I knew there wasn't going to be too many Jurassic Park homes out there that people were talking about or reviewing on. So that's why I was okay with sitting on it for a little while. But this one's going to be next. Then probably Deadpool, Mandalorian, one of those two. So probably Deadpool, because at least Deadpool I'm running. Mandalorian's sitting off until until Stern figures out what they want to do with it. I might be getting a new playfield for it. That's how bad the clear code issue is on it. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week. Know that I think about you guys. I didn't just take off, but I got, I'm busy. I got things going on, and I'm happy, and, not everything's perfect. There's other things in my life that, just like anybody else, that could be better, but for the most part, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm taking care of myself, I'm exercising more. I'm making sure to take more time for myself to make sure I get my butt out of the house and exercise or exercise here. I bought barbells this year, so that tells you something. I'm, taking it a little bit more serious. Hopefully one day I can have this huge bicep and just kiss it, just be like, mwah, yeah. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. You guys have a good one. Later.